In this video, I'm going to walk you through my workflow where I am using my long form content. Either it could be in the form of video transcripts or long blog posts, and how I have written a Claude skill that will take that particular long form content and generate 8+ LinkedIn posts for me in different formats. And all of that is in my voice. It is not a generic AI generated voice. And then how it also helps me understand when to post what. And then I will use the tool Buffer for scheduling that pieces of LinkedIn content over the course of a month. So what I'm going to start with is a long form content. So this one can be either the ones that are written by me, or it could be some other interesting piece of article or a blog post that I found that I want to share with my LinkedIn audience. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a specific Claude skill that I have made. Now, what the skill does is that it takes the input as a URL. So I have to give the URL of a post that I have written or of a post that someone else has written. And what this skill does is that if this post is written by me, then it goes ahead and produces those short form LinkedIn posts. But if the post is not written by me, if it's written by an external source, then it asks me for one or two pieces of content that I have written. Now, the reason why it asks me, and by the way, it asks this only once. So the reason why it asks me the content that I have written is so that it understands the way I write, the way I like to phrase my content. It's trying to learn my voice. And then using that particular content, the initial blog post that I gave, and the content that I have given for it to train on my writing style, it then generates pieces of content from the original link that is very much similar to how I would have written it. Now, the best part of this is that it is made in a way that is compatible with the LinkedIn 2026 algorithm. And as I'm walking you through the workflow, I will show you different pieces and different stages at which it is compatible. So to start with, I have my new Claude open here, and I have this particular blog post that is from Claude that talks about how Claude can now have Gen UX components inside of its response. And since I'm a designer myself, I find this thing very intriguing, and I want to share this with my audience. So I'm going to copy this URL. I'm going to go to Claude, and I'm going to say, help me generate LinkedIn posts from this article. Now, the Claude skill that I had mentioned before is already active on my Claude. So what it's going to do is it's going to look at the repurpose skill. The skill that I have made is called repurpose. It's going to read that skill, and now it's going to tell me that, hey, this is an external Anthropic article. Since I don't have a sample of your writing style, can you give me one or two own posts? So absolutely, if I want, I can give, or I can just say, you know what, just proceed. But I do have these posts that I have written handy with me, and I am going to ask it to create that. Here you go. Okay. So I have these two LinkedIn posts, and I'm going to ask it to take this. Now it is fetching from my website where those posts live, and it is reading. So it says, all right, now I have got your writing style. Now I'm building the whole, the LinkedIn posts in my writing style. Now this will take some time because it has to fetch the post, it has to understand my writing style, it has to go to the blog post that I want to make smaller content out of, and it's not going to output a huge wall of text for you to look at. What it's going to do is I have predefined 8 different pieces of content based on the LinkedIn's 2026 new algorithm that would do well, and So some of these examples are, maybe you share it as an insight, maybe you share it as a carousel, as a commentary, maybe do a contrarian take on it, maybe create a story out of it. So based on all of these 8 different types of content, it is going to give me short LinkedIn posts of each. So let's give it a few minutes and see what it does. Alrighty, so here are the posts, and this particular post is called the hook post. It starts with the hook, and it continues building the post. Now, if you want to take a look at the other posts, you just have to click on these tabs, and this is an insights post. Now, this thing is a list post where it gives you the 5 things that 5 reasons why this particular Claude thing is good. And I think I like the list posts, which I'm going to post. Now, this is a contrarian post. So if you want, you can go and take a look at all of these posts. And what it has done is, this is very much in my writing style, like how I would have written. Now, if I want to go ahead and copy this, I just have to click on copy. And then not only that, it also tells you how to use this. So at what days can you post what? I'm good with this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tool called Buffer. And then Buffer is, it's more of a content. Okay, so what I have here is Buffer, and I use this for scheduling my LinkedIn posts throughout the month. As you can see, for April 2026, I have a bunch of LinkedIn posts scheduled. Let's say I want to create a new post based on the list that we saw last time. So all I have to do is come back here, take the list post, and go ahead and copy it, and then come back to Buffer, and then let's say today's 12th. Maybe I want to have a post on the 15th. So I'm going to click on add a post on the 15th. And I'm going to select my channel as LinkedIn, and I'm going to drop this particular content here. The Claude skill has also added a few hashtags, for a few relevant hashtags, not more than 3. And all I have to do is I can preview this over here. If I see more, this is what I can see, and then I can click on schedule a post. And that's it. So this post is going to go live on my LinkedIn at 12 p.m. So this is how I use Claude and the repurpose skill that I have created to repurpose my long form content or some other interesting pieces of content that I would like to share with my audience. I make smaller pieces of them, use Buffer to schedule them for the month. And this is the way I can easily stay active and relevant on LinkedIn without having to spend hours doing it. So I hope this has been helpful. If you would like to create your own skills, if you would like to create your own repurpose skill, you can watch this video where I am going into Claude skills in detail. However, if you would like to take this skill and get it, if you would like to download/buy this particular skill, there is a link to purchasing the skill in the description below. You can go ahead and use it. So I hope this video has been useful. Until next time, thank you so much.